Just when we thought the messy love triangle between Blueface, his girlfriend Chrisean, also known as Cran, and his ex Jaden was finally over, they're back at it with even more drama. It's been nothing short of a chaotic on-again, off-again saga, but things took a surprising turn recently, with Jaden's jealousy resurfacing after Blueface's messy aunt, Carletta, announced that Blue and Cran had gotten married. The whole drama began a few days ago when Carletta jumped on Instagram Live unprovoked, spilling the tea about her nephew Blueface's private life. She claimed that Blue and Cran had tied the knot in secret, and it was time for everyone to start referring to Cran as his wife, not just his girlfriend. According to Carletta, she had gotten the information directly from her mother, who allegedly heard it from Blue's grandmother. The problem? Blueface doesn't really talk to his mom, Chrisean, or Auntie Carletta, so it raised suspicions about the validity of the story. Apparently, they had to rely on gossip from Blue's grandma to stay updated, but clearly that didn't help their credibility. Carletta even mentioned that the wedding took place in Vegas, around the same time Cran decided to legally change her son Junior's name from Jonathan to Porter in September, just after she was released from jail. The announcement came via Twitter, with Cran tweeting, "See ya, Jesus Porter is his name. It isn't Junior anymore, just letting y'all know, thanks." But there was a flaw in Carletta's timeline. According to her, the wedding and the name change happened around the same time, but that didn't add up, as the events occurred at different times. It seemed like Carletta was either mixing up the dates or just speaking off the cuff to get attention on social media. Despite the obvious inconsistencies in Carletta's story, she and her mother were adamant about respecting Cran's new wife status. They claimed that from now on, everyone should treat her as such. Carletta made it clear that this was a family matter, and since Blue's father and grandmother had confirmed Cran's marriage, the public should stop calling her Blue's girlfriend or side chick. Meanwhile, Carletta made it sound like Jaden's decision to finally move on from Blue and start dating women was a direct result of the secret wedding. She implied that Jaden had already come to terms with the fact that Blue would never be hers, especially after everything he put her through. That's when she went through her lesbian phase and started dating women, essentially giving up on Blue for good. But Carletta believed that Blue marrying Cran was the final nail in the coffin for Jaden, pushing her to give up on Blue and pursue other relationships. It didn't take long for Chrisean, Blue's mother, to respond to Carletta's messy remarks. Chrisean didn't hold back, calling out her sister and her mother for cloud chasing and trying to get attention at the expense of Blue's reputation. She also took aim at Carletta's failed marriages, saying her aunt married a man who later left her high and dry. Chrisean went further, questioning why her own flesh and blood, her sister and mother, would stoop so low and attack her family. She didn't hold back, even dragging Carletta's failed life choices and reminding her of the painful truth. If they spent less time gossiping and more time improving themselves, they could have had better lives. But Chrisean wasn't the only one fired up by the announcement. Cran herself later jumped on Instagram Live to confirm that she and Blue had indeed gotten married, explaining how it all happened. According to her, Blueface surprised her by setting up a wedding over the phone with a pastor after she was released from jail. She clarified that the wedding wasn't planned, it was spontaneous, and they didn't get an official marriage license or make a big public announcement about it. In fact, they kept it quiet, protecting their relationship from the drama and distractions that came with their public lives. Cran mentioned how, in this process, she felt as though she was walking a more spiritual path, distancing herself from worldly influences and focusing on healing and bettering herself. However, Cran also revealed that the reason for her going live in the first place was to address an even messier situation. Her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie, had shown up at the mall demanding a DNA test for their child, claiming that Junior was his son, not Blue's. This led to a heated argument, which ended with police involvement, further escalating the situation. While Cran was addressing the paternity drama, she also decided to clear up the marriage rumors, confirming that she and Blue had tied the knot over the phone in a private ceremony. In the midst of all this, Jaden seemed to be trying to stay relevant by posting several thirst traps on social media. The photos appeared to be a way for Jaden to project confidence and an unbothered attitude, as if she was over Blue and his relationship with Chrisean. However, the reaction from fans and followers was less than supportive. Many pointed out that her body seemed altered due to a botched BBL Brazilian butt lift, and they criticized her for pretending to be unbothered while clearly being jealous of Blue's new wife, Chrisean. For many, Jaden's behavior was seen as a desperate attempt to salvage her self-esteem after being publicly dumped by Blue when he chose Chrisean over her, despite proposing to Jaden just a year ago. That engagement was called off when Blue and Chrisean got back together, leaving Jaden heartbroken and embarrassed. The jealousy was apparent to many when Jaden tried to act unbothered, but her actions said otherwise. She was putting on a show for the public, but behind the scenes, she was still feeling the sting of Blue marrying Chrisean. To make matters worse, Jaden's financial situation had taken a major hit. She opened an OnlyFans account to stay financially stable after facing financial difficulties. Jaden expressed frustration over her situation, explaining that she wasn't happy about the way things turned out. She was upset about her baby daddy being locked up, her kids being without their father for an extended period, and the overall messiness of her life. While Jaden's financial struggles were evident, her attempt to stay relevant and keep herself afloat sparked mixed reactions. Some people criticized her for not changing her behavior, while others sympathized with her for having to work under such difficult circumstances. Regardless of her personal struggles, Jaden's public persona seemed to be falling apart as she dealt with the fallout from her failed relationship with Blue and her complicated financial situation. The whole situation surrounding Blueface, Chrisean, and Jaden is a messy web of lies, betrayal, and hurt feelings. Blueface and Chrisean's surprise marriage has thrown Jaden for a loop, and her attempts to get over it have made things even more complicated. Whether it's Carletta's attention-seeking behavior, Carissa's scathing remarks, or Jaden's desperate attempts to keep herself relevant, it's clear that this love triangle will continue to cause chaos for a long time. So what do you think about Chrisean and Blueface getting married? Is Jaden genuinely jealous, or is she just trying to put on a brave face for the public? It's clear that everyone involved has their own messy side, but one thing's for sure, this drama isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Just when we thought the messy love triangle between Blueface, his girlfriend Chrisean, also known as Chrisean, and his ex Jaden was finally over, they're back at it with even more drama. It's been nothing short of a chaotic on-again, off-again saga, but things took a surprising turn recently, with Jaden's jealousy resurfacing after Blueface's messy